Hello, welcome to Paruto Capital YouTube channel. It's always a pleasure to come your way. I know I haven't posted in a while, but I'm back. So today I'm going to be sharing with you on the trader's code, and I know that this is really going to be a blessing to you. I'm going to show you shortly, and also share the link where you can download or where you can get access to the trader's code for free, of course. Okay. So if this is the first time you're coming on the channel, welcome. My name is Jonathan Obise, and it's my pleasure, to share this with you today. Now, just before we go on, I just want to see a few things just to lay the foundation, for what we're going to be looking at. Now, when it comes to trading, you can attest to the fact if you're not a newbie, if you've been trading for a while, you can attest to the fact that when it comes to trading, most of the time, psychology becomes, I would say, the Achilles heels for a lot of people. It becomes the blocker, for the progress of a lot of people, because you can learn a strategy in 1 week. You can learn a strategy in 1 day. As a matter of fact, I can show you my strategy, for example, what you have on the screen. But what it takes to execute is a different beast. Okay. And that is what I'm going to share with you today on the trader's psychology, the trader's code, the 12 traders code that if you live by them, you listen to them every now and then, you brood over them, you sort of internalize them. I can tell you for sure that this is completely going to change your mindset. They're going to change the trading game for you. So if this is you and you're willing to come on this journey with me, I would say welcome, and let's get right into trading. Really becomes successful. It becomes a lot easy when you have, certain codes of conduct that helps you to navigate price action, to navigate the market and all of that. Now, today I'm going to be sharing with you the 12 professional trader codes of conduct. And this is something, I had to come up with to help myself and also help my students. And I'm going to be sharing that with you today for free. And I'm going to also give you the link where you can go get this for free. Now, every trader, every professional trader lives by setting codes. Now, you can learn any strategy within 2 hours. Anybody can show you anything, within 2 hours. I can even show you my strategy, within a week, or within a month. You can learn it literally. But what it takes to execute a strategy, that's a different beast. And that's where psychology comes into play. And if you don't have, codes of conduct that you abide by, that would sort of help you, to be well positioned to ensure you don't revenge trade, you don't get angry when you take losses, you don't behave in an erratic manner, when things don't go your way, you would need this 12 professional codes. And we're going to be going through them, today. Now, the first I have here, this is the abridged version. So I have here discipline over emotion. Okay, so you trade based on rules, not your feelings. My discipline is my greatest edge. Now, this is something. Now, this trader's code, by the way, this is something you're meant to, read to yourself every morning. The abridged version you can read to yourself. There's also the audio, which I'm also going to show you. The link, you just check Paruto Capital, or then YouTube or Spotify. You have different variety of the audio version that you can just listen to, just sort of, get your mind to that place where you need to be. But this is something you can also read. So you tell yourself, discipline over emotion. I'm a trader. I'm not here to gamble. Okay. I trade based on rules, not my feelings. My discipline is my greatest edge. The second is a risk first, then profit second. Now you have to be able to think in terms of risks first. If you don't think in terms of risks first, you're going to make a lot of mistakes in trading, right? Because the market is going to be there longer than you will be able to survive if you don't manage your risk. Okay, the market will sort of outlive you. That's what I want to say. Okay, so you have to think in terms of risk. You're going into a trade. What am I risking in this trade? 1%, 0.5%, 0.25%, especially if you trade prop firms. And a lot of them now have, a lot of different rules just to keep people under that sort of control. So you need to know your risk. So think about the risk first, not the profit. Because many a times, a lot of people just think about profit, but they don't think about, okay, I can take a loss. And if I take a loss and this is above my risk, then I could lose the account, or I could even end up, doing something terrible. So you must think of risk first, then your profit is simply second. Now, profit, it's simply reward for following your rule. Okay. And that's something you need to understand. Now, the third I have here is process over outcome. Now, this is very important because you need to think about what is the process. You must have a trading plan. If you don't have a trading plan, the challenge with that is you just be trading, blindly. So you must think about the win in trading is not that you made a profit. The win in trading is that you followed your process. As a matter of fact, if you follow somebody else's process, that's not really a win, because whatever you cannot sustain because you've internalized it, eventually it's going to kick you. It's going to sort of kick you in the butt. Okay. So you have to sort of have your own process. You follow your own process, and then the outcome could be a win, could be a loss. It doesn't matter. The most important thing, you followed your process, you followed your trading plan flawlessly, then profits are just byproduct, consistency. Now, the fourth is never revenge trade. Now, these things are easier said than done, right? And that is why this is a trader's code that you have to sort of internalize by reading it constantly, listening to it constantly, because you want to internalize it. And the reason is simply because a lot of people who come into trading, because they want to make money, which is good, which is legitimate, but do not really fully grasp what it would take to become a professional trader. And that's why many people crash in trading. So never revenge trade. Losses are simply feedback. They're lessons. They're not insult. You learn, you recalibrate, you move forward, never emotionally. Now, number 5 is you adapt or you die. This is just the truth. Okay, so markets evolve. I evolve faster. I remain a student of the market. You have to remain a student of the market. You're always trading. You're always analyzing. You're checking out the charts. You're doing all you need to do as a student of the market. Now, number 6 is integrity in all trades. You never manipulate. You never mislead. Now, this is very important because in the age of social media, you have a lot of people who they draw their oxygen from like and clout on social media. So there are a lot of people who just lie on social media. They're not really traders. Okay. They just do those things either to sell courses, or they do clout chasing to sell something else, to either send people to some affiliate link or something of that nature. And they're more interested in the clout and the likes, and not really interested in learning what it takes to be a successful trader. You want to avoid that in your trading journey. Very important. Integrity in all trades. What you show on social media, should not even be comparable to what you really are in person in terms of the quality, of your life. Okay, number 7 is patience is my superpower. You must understand that in trading, the patient dog always eats the fattest bone and the fattest meat. Okay. And that is why sometimes you see professional traders who trade a lot of capital. They don't trade like retail traders do. Retail traders can take 10 trades in a day, 5 trades in a day. I'm not saying that's bad, okay? Depending on where you are in life and all of that. But you must understand that your goal is to grow. And the more you grow, you have to come to realization that trading is about freedom, not really about being on the chart 247. That's no more freedom. That's now bondage, okay? So you want to learn how to trade such that you can just probably check the charts maybe twice in a day, at most maybe 3 times in a day, Asia session, London session, New York session, if you're a day trader. But you don't want to always be in the chart, 5 hours, 10 hours a day, you're always on the chart, you're trying to look at your trades. No, that's not how to trade. Okay. Then number 8 is journal everything. You must record your trades. You must review your trades, and you must refine your trades. When you take losses, don't revenge trade. Take that as a feedback. Go back to the chart. Check out, what did I do wrong? What can I improve? Where did I go wrong? You have to check out those things. Simply just refine and improve. That's very important. So you must have a journal. At the time of recording this video, we're building a journaling app, which we're going to be sharing. Hopefully in 2026, it's going to be ready. And it's going to really be a game changer for traders, and it's going to come. So I'm not going to drop the name now, but it's going to come. Okay, so I want you to look forward to it. But for now, you can use whatever journaling tool you use. You can also check on paracapsule.com, somewhere in the description, and you'll be able to find a free journal that you can actually use. I think it's a Notion template that you can use to record your trades. Then number 9 is respect the market. The market owes you nothing. I trade what I see, not what I think or want. This is very important. Respect the market. The market doesn't owe you nothing. Nobody's chasing you and all of that. Just respect the market. Okay. Number 10 is continuous learning. I study charts, systems, and myself daily. Growth never stops. Very important. You must commit to continuous learning. Okay. You never assume that, okay, because now I have a strategy, I cannot continue to refine my strategy. No, you can continue to refine your strategy. Okay. Commit to continuous learning, and then trade with purpose, not ego. Don't trade because you want to share on social media, or you trade because you want to tell somebody I made this amount of money. It makes no sense. Okay, just trade with purpose. Okay, trade because you have a strong why to be successful, and not because you want to feed your ego and show people. No, never live your life like that, and don't bring that into trading. So seek mastery, not validation. You don't need anybody to validate you. As long as you're making money from the market, that is the most important thing. You don't need anybody's validation. So trade that way. Trade to build wealth and wisdom, and not to prove a point. And then lastly, number 12, protect your mind. Protect your edge. Your mind is your greatest asset. If your mind is well protected, you'll see the result in your trading. But if you don't protect your mind, then you're also going to be affected. You're going to affect your trading. So I guard my mental state as fiercely as my capital. A calm mind is a profitable mind. All right. Now that is that for the abridged version. Now I have the longer version here, which you can read on your own and then go through. But I'm just going to read the headlines for you. Number 1, I'm a student of the market. Number 2, I trade with discipline. Number 3, I respect risk. Number 4, I accept responsibility. I don't blame the market. Number 5, I control my emotions. I don't revenge trade. Number 6, I respect the process. I'm not after quick, cash. I follow my plan. Number 7, I record and I review. Every loss is a lesson. Number 8, I keep my life in balance. Okay, I'm not out of balance. I keep my mind, my body, and my soul all aligned. Okay, before I trade. Number 9, I embrace losses as feedback. Number 10, I think long term, not short term. Not trying to please people. I think long term. Okay, number 11, I protect my integrity. I'm not trying to chase clout. Number 12, I'm unshakable. And if you do these 12 things, if you follow this 12 traits code of conduct, I tell you, you would see the result you need to see. So affirmation, as we conclude, affirmation, I'm a professional trader. I am a professional trader. Disciplined, focused, and resilient. I master my mind before I master the market. I trade with skill, wisdom, and patience. I grow daily in knowledge, in character, in discipline. I am stuck in profit. All right. So that brings me to the end of this. Now I'm going to show you how you're going to get, a copy of this. All right. Just a second. Let me get this. Okay. I have a trade here that's sort of reversing. This better drop. This is Paruto Capital, of course. So if you haven't subscribed, please hit the subscribe button if this really has been a blessing to you. But I also want to introduce you to the Traders Therapy album, that contains the Traders Code. So if you would prefer to just listen, just stay inspired and all of that, you will see the link in the description of this video. So you can just go to Traders Therapy album, on Spotify and just listen and just soak in everything. So you have that there. Now for the link, to get the link to what I just showed you, you can go to paruto.com. So at parutocapital.com, and all you just need to do is click on the, where was this again? Let me see. Here you have this. Okay, where is this? Okay, I think you'll see the link in the description. So just check the description. You should be able to see the link in the description of this video. You'll be able to get the professional traders code, the link to the PDF I just walked you through. So, hey, I want to believe this has been a blessing to you. So please leave a comment, okay, in the chat, and I will see you some other time. Thank you for stopping by, and bye-bye. Cheers.